You're watching the Common Constitutionalist Weekend Video Podcast.
So hi there, my name is Brent Smith and I'm the Common Constitutionalist, and welcome to another edition of the Weekend Common Constitutionalist Video Podcast. And today I'm going to be talking about a couple topics. I'm back out on the river. I'm sweating a little bit because it took me a little more effort to get where I'm going, where I am now, as opposed to that little beach area that I've been broadcasting from for a while. But at any rate, I've got two topics here. The first one is this is how diplomacy is done for the Israel UAE thing and Trump administration more than anything. That's how diplomacy is done. And the second is the dictator you deserve in Chicago, I guess. I don't know. So that's what I'll be talking about today on the Weekend Common Constitutionalist Video Podcast. I will be right back. Alright, welcome back. Once again, before I begin, man, I suck at this. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Hit share, hit the alert button. Is that it? Comment. There you go. Boy, am I a professional. Woohoo! Alright, this is from the Jerusalem Post. This is how diplomacy is done. Jerusalem Post entitles Iran, Turkey, Ben Rhodes and Tlaib united in criticism of UAE-Israeli deal. What a shocker. They write, Iran's regime has led the charge in opposing bilateral peaceful relations between Israel and the United Arab Emirates, the UAE. It has been joined by Turkey, what a shocker there too, which threatened to sever relations with Abu Dhabi. Whoop-de-frickin-do. And a few other voices, such as Obama's former deputy national security advisor, Ben Rhodes. All these Washington I guess they are bureaucratic hacks. I guess it really doesn't make any difference what administration. Look at as an aside, look at, who was that? Rex Tillerson, who came in originally as the Secretary of State. What an insider hack he turned out to be. Holy crap, he was awful. But I digress. Okay, he played a role in the Obama administration, and Ben Rhodes is coming out in criticism in unison with Iran and Turkey and Rashida Tlaib. What a combo. So Tlaib was a given, but what I don't understand is what is happening with Ilhan Omar? Has she gone underground or something? Has she illegally? I don't even know what. I don't know. I haven't heard about it, but I guarantee, if all things being equal, maybe she's on the run because they finally figured out that she did, in fact, marry her brother, and that's a serious illegal or serious immigration violation. But whatever. And of course, someone, naturally, like I said, Ben Rhodes, from the equally Jew-hating Obama cabal, shall we say. They continue. Abraham Razi, Iran's head of the judiciary, whoop-de-frickin-do, said that the UAE, quote, the UAE has got in touch with the child killers, unquote. I guess the child killers of Iran, because they kill the Palestinian children. A reference to Israel. We do not consider the link between UAE and Israel as a link with the people of the UAE, only the ignorant rulers of the country. Kind of like the ignorant ruler of Turkey, Erdogan, and the ignorant mullahs that oppress their people on an hourly basis in Iran. No, not those ignorant rulers. The other ones that are kind of brokering for a little more freedom and looking to get more on the world stage. Iran highlighted, here we go, Palestinian opposition to the UAE agreement, showing photos of Palestinians insulting the Crown Prince of the UAE. Wow, whoop-de-freaking-do. The road to Jerusalem is paved with the blood of our martyrs, say the Palestinian peoples. I'm sure they all in unison said that, right? Screw the Palestinians. The hell with you, okay? And your freaking leadership and the Hamas and everyone else who's actually running the country. I don't know if Hezbollah, are they in South, I don't know, whatever. So Hamas, obviously, who is controlled by both Turkey and especially Iran, they slammed the move by Israel, the U.S. and UAE, naturally. Who'd have seen that coming, right? Maybe the leftist press, overseas or domestically, maybe they can get a on-the-record reaction from Al-Qaeda or ISIS to see what they think about the deal. I'll bet they'll all be on board with it. Right, okay? They should carry as much weight as these other jackweeds. So who else is against the deal? Former Prime Minister of Iraq, Nouri al-Maliki, who's a complete jerkwad, said it was a betrayal of Islam. Of course it's a betrayal of Islam. The Jews are a betrayal of Islam. What a... I'll hold my tongue. The Muslim Brotherhood, of course, said the same because they're a non-violent terrorist group. Okay. I know, I was stunned too, right? So Yemen's Al-Islah, which is a radical Islamic party in Yemen, was quoted as calling the deal an historic crime. Wow. I mean, these are all so stunning. These revelations are all so stunning. Who might be against this, okay? And no one said anything. What the heck happened there? No one said anything about Europe. Where are the Europeans on this deal? Because I guarantee you, some of the European hacks, the EU and whatnot, they're not going to be for this deal because they hate Israel as much as the rest of them. So the Trump administration has been in talks with several Middle Eastern countries to implement similar peace deals as UAE is brokered with Israel. All right. Now, let's get to the nut of this thing. As you know, if you're a long-time viewer, listener, or whatever, I've written about Jared Kushner on a number of occasions, spoke about him. I'm no fan of Jared Kushner, and that's putting it mildly. He's a liberal. Him and his wife are liberals. They never should have been able to go to get access to the president from the start. But let's give credit where credit's due. Him and Mike Pompeo, Secretary of State, have worked their asses, let me just say it, if you're offended by this word, have worked their asses off to get this frickin' deal brokered. And this, as Joe Biden might say, is a big effing deal, quote unquote. Remember he said that? Yeah, babe. Okay. And it's not, as you might think, a pre-election political stunt, as the Democrats are calling it, because they've been working on this thing forever, trying to get the first domino to fall, for want of a better term, okay? It is a huge effing deal, as Joe Biden would say. Now, so the UAE and Israel have normalized relations. They're going to do the back and forth ambassadorships and things like that. I heard Morocco might be the next to fall. And the Sudan, I've heard rumors that the Sudan, are you kidding me? If you know anything about the Sudan, this would be a stunning achievement by the by the Trump administration. Okay, he's never going to get credit for this. Nobody in his administration is going to get credit for this. That this is the deal of the century. Okay, this is the biggest foot forward for actual real peace, not this Palestinian two-state bullcrap, you know, brokered by Jewish-hating everybody, okay, that leaves the Jews in the dust, and they have to give up literally all their land and all their sovereignty and everything else in order just to broker a peace deal with these dirtbag Palestinian leaders. This is real. This is frickin' real. Is it going to last? Who the hell knows? But you gotta try. And this is the first honest attempt in history of this happening. Not even the Reagan administration was able to pull this thing off. No chance. I couldn't be prouder of the president, and I couldn't be prouder of Jared Kushner and Mike Pompeo and all the other guys that work behind the scenes of this. This is a big effing frickin' deal. And this scares the living crap out of Turkey and Iran, and that's why they're so far up in arms. If this didn't mean a thing, they wouldn't care less. They couldn't care less. It's like the Palestinians. No one cares. No Arab nation actually cares about the Palestinians. It's all just freaking lip service. Anyway. So, I also heard Kuwait may be signing onto this thing eventually, and maybe even Yemen in some way, shape, or form. I just, if any of this stuff, or all of this stuff actually works, this is mind-blowingly historic, okay? People are going to be talking about this for centuries, okay? And frankly, if this occurs, like there's even rumors that the Saudis are actually thinking about maybe moving on this thing, and if the Saudis move, because they're the head cheese in the Sunni Muslim world in the Middle East, if they do this and they sign on and agree to this and they swap ambassadors and embassies and stuff, are you kidding me? The Sunni Muslim dominoes are going to fall, everybody. Everybody is going to sign on to this deal. One way, shape, or form, that's what's going to happen. And basically, anyone who fears Iran understands in their heart of hearts that Israel is the only person in the Middle East that can stand up to Iran. Nobody, not the Saudis, not anyone else, can stand up to the military might of Iran, but Israel, that tiny little postage stamp country, could. Okay? And the courage. Okay? The courage of Abu Dhabi, the courage of the United Arab Emirates to stand up and be first. That is an incredible amount of courage. It takes courage on the Israeli side to take that leap of faith that the UAE isn't smoking them, isn't hosing them. But I'm telling you, on the part of the UAE, this takes stones about yay big each, okay? In my opinion, in my humble opinion. This takes incredible courage to be the first out of the chute to make a deal with the little Satan. Remember, we're the great Satan, they're the little Satan, okay? So, that's another reason why this thing is such a big deal. And to be honest with you, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, I can't remember what the crap his name is, he should get the he should get the Nobel Peace Prize. All right? Him, Trump, and Netanyahu should combine and get the Nobel Peace Prize, because they're the ones that are actually looking for peace, okay? It's just, this is absolutely astounding. I cannot believe a year ago, 6 months ago, 6 weeks ago, I don't think if you didn't know anything about this, you would say, no, there's no chance of this happening, okay? But of course, American leftist politicians like Tlaib, the Jew-hating, Muslim-loving Tlaib, I'm sure the, what's her name? I don't know, whatever. I'll just delete that out. But I was stunned. I'm thrilled to death about this thing, and Trump's just saying, go for it. Just stick a thumb in the eye of the entire State Department. Everything you people have ever done has been pretty much wrong. You couldn't negotiate yourself out of a wet paper bag. You guys are a bunch of hacks. Y'all should go, except for Mike Pompeo, and he should just run things by himself and then take care of it. So that's all I got for that fun topic, and that was a fun topic because I am so proud of our president. I'm so proud of his administration, and I'm very proud of the balls of the United Arab Emirates and of Netanyahu and the Israelis. Be right back.
You're watching the Common Constitutionalist video podcast.
Okay, I am back. Again, my name is Common. My name is Common. No, actually it is. My name is Brent Smith. I am the Common Constitutionalist. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the alert. Blah, 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 blah. Do all that stuff. Make me happy, or I'll come visit you at night and murder you. No, I won't do that. Lori freaking Lightfoot. This is the dictator that you people wanted, okay? This is the monarch. This is the let them eat cake monarch that you people elected. This is your freaking fault, Chicago. So boo-hoo for you. I don't feel bad for you. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm an empathetic person, I think. I'm a forgiving person, I think. I think I'm a pretty decent guy, all being told. But I'm telling you, you people in Chicago that voted for this jerkwad, Lori Lightfoot, she is the worst. Next to the Whitmer lady in Michigan, I'm telling you, she thinks she's a monarch. It's unbelievable. The Chicago Tribune reported this past Thursday that the city has affected, listen to this, if you haven't already heard it. The city has effectively banned all protests, not riots, but protests on Lori Lightfoot, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot Street, including peaceful protests, even as elsewhere the city protests have been allowed to continue and openly supported by the mayor. Okay? So it's just like old Teddy Kennedy. Love them windmills, just not in my backyard. Lori Lightfoot, love them riots, love that looting, love the rapes and the murders and everything else. Don't have a problem with that, but don't even peacefully protest in front of my house or my street, or I'm going to arrest your ass. You sorry piece of crap. You sorry son of a bitch and piece of crap. I'm sorry, I can't stand it. This woman is just... God, she's evil. According to an email, let me get back to it, shall we? According to an email sent by the district's commander at the time, officers assigned to enforce the directive were instructed to tell protesters, quote, that it is against city code and state law to protest. No, it's not. And thus they must leave immediately. After the warning is given, the street should be locked down, the instructions added. In order to carry out the orders, the fraternal order of Police President John Catanzara told the Chicago Sun-Times that as many as 140 officers have been assigned to Lori Lightfoot's home at any given time. 140 freaking officers. They're short as it is, with all the crime and crap going on and all the murders happening and the looting and the rapes and everything else happening in Chicago. And she's pulling off 140 officers so she can say, shit, this woman is a piece of crap. I can't stand it. She is just awful. She's just an awful human being. Now listen to how she defended this crap. Lightfoot defended the move Thursday, telling reporters, I'm better than you. Basically, that's what she said. Quote, given the threats that I have personally received, not the threats that anyone else has received on their persons or their businesses, given the threats to my home and my family, I'm going to do everything to make sure that they are protected. I make no apologies whatsoever. We have a right in our home to live in peace. You effing piece of crap. You effing sorry sack of crap. God, what a subhuman piece of junk she is. Businesses are getting looted. They're going out of business. They're being shut down. They're being burned to the ground. People are getting raped. They're getting murdered every night. And you don't, and broken into, and other officials being protested. And just, what a sorry sack of crap this woman is. Congratulations, Chicago. You get what you freaking deserve. And you don't deserve a dime of anything from us. You don't deserve any help. You don't deserve any National Guard help. You get what you pay for. You get what you vote for. I'm sick and tired of this crap. Okay? I'm willing to be forgiven. I'm willing to be forgiving, and I love to help people, but it's nice to help people that want to help themselves. And if you keep electing these same sons of bitches, that's what you get, you pieces of crap. You stupid frickin' liberals. You stupid frickin' leftists. This is what you get. Okay? Yes for thee, yes for me, but not for thee. That's what you get. My name is Brent Smith. I'm signing off because I'm about to have a frickin' coronary. I can't stand it. I'm about to burst a blood vessel. This kind of crap is just so in your face, and they don't care anymore. They just, the mask has come off completely. They don't give a crap anymore. That's all I got. See ya.